We earn money, save money and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy. In this program you will know who shapes the creative economy, how to earn money on playing with fire and how many people work in Hollywood. Talented people are the basis of the creative industry, which consists of such fields as crafts, architecture, cinematography, design, music, press, painting, acting skills and many other. These branches shape the whole area called by experts the creative economy. This term emerged for the first time in the UK in 2000. According to the British statistics, creative industries bring to the country's economy almost £80 billion sterling annually, and each 10th pound in the export structure relates to the creative segment. The total revenue of the creative industries all over the world is almost $1.5 trillion annually. For some people, art, acting, clay modeling or culinary art masterclasses are just a relaxation and hobby. For others, this is a way to a new profession. Yelena Kravchuk belongs to those who made their living thanks to art. The woman practices sand art. All that is despite the fact that earlier she was a successful market expert.
Наша студия открылась 8 лет назад.
We opened our studio 8 years ago. It was an absolutely spontaneous decision. For some time I had been working in the field of advertising and marketing. One day I saw a video report about a beautiful sand art studio in Moscow, and 3 days later I went there. On completion of the training courses, I opened my studio in Almaty. My primary task was to open a sand art studio. After that I started to open branch offices. Currently our name is the Creative Art Studio.
Данное время.
Professionals in Yelena's studio teach many creative skills including decoupage, batik, sand art, as well as painting and light painting. But not on paper. They use wood, fabrics and water as basic materials. Yelena even jokes that one day she and her team of professionals could place forces of nature under their control. Water reflects our emotions. It shows what we are and feel, and we should express that by means of water. This is an absolutely uncontrolled process. It is impossible to make one and the same picture each time we create a masterpiece, because nobody will reproduce what you have made. Each picture is unique. Water can show your emotions and give you what you need in a particular moment. Yelena notes that the main objective of sand art or water painting is not only to teach people this art, but also to reveal a person's inner world and help him or her to switch off from everyday concerns and just relax. Therefore, various methods of painting, modeling or sewing are even called curing art or art therapy. When you work with natural materials, you reveal yourself and your creative potential. In our mad times, we want children and adults to come here, reveal themselves and enjoy this process. We are taught art at school and universities, but while studying art we forget to enjoy this process. And our task is to make people remember about that. Light shows, stardust paintings and fire juggling. Sai Afzali has been giving unusual entertainments for 9 years. Everything began from a hobby which then developed into a passion for fire shows. 9 years ago, when I started to learn this art, there were only about 15 people in the whole Kazakhstan who practiced with contact juggling. Suddenly, I was so impressed by this art that I was training 6 to 7 hours daily. It was a real pleasure for me and I could not stop it. At a certain time, I understood that I wanted to do that all my life and nothing else interested me. From as long as anyone can remember, people wanted bread and circuses. Therefore, the demand for uncommon shows is growing from year to year. It is important to know that market changes are unavoidable. Sai notes that earlier his customers were satisfied with convenient offers. However, nowadays, many people want to see something unusual and unique. As a result, Soyuz company, besides light and fire shows, organizes new events such as, for example, mixed genres of pantomime and classic orchestra, portrait and pixel shows, as well as stardust and ultraviolet painting. We discover new ideas which are even uncommon for us because it is required by the market. So we directly communicate with event organizers and ask them what kind of show programs they would like to see. Basing on that, we open new areas or enrich the program of one of our shows. Performing a scene, and especially its staging, requires many hours of hard work. Because of that, the price of such events begins from 20,000 tenge and sometimes exceeds 200,000. Everything depends on the number of actors, complexity of the show and other factors.
Стоимость — это, собственно, аренда помещений, время ребят.
The price includes space lease, the time of actors, the time for training, the choreographer's time, the producer's time, the remuneration for the support group and to other people from stage technicians to project managers and others who promote our program. We have a large staff, but you don't see all these people. And while watching a show, you cannot see all the preparatory works. Therefore, there are a lot of factors which affect the price of shows.
Которые, в принципе, не видно, когда вы смотрите шоу, но которые прилагают очень много усилий для того, чтобы оно состоялось.
Nowadays, many people of Kazakhstan visit various courses where their talents can be brought to light. It happens so that accountants become professional cooks, programmers become guitarists, and yesterday's teachers appear on stage. The average price of acting lessons in Kazakhstan for adults varies from 20,000 to 40,000 tenge per month. Sewing classes cost 15 to 20,000 tenge. The average cost of singing classes is 30,000 tenge. The price of music lessons begins from 14,000 tenge per month. You will never stop learning. Today, this phrase characterizes many residents of Kazakhstan. Indeed, since recently most of students of art courses, including acting classes, are self-reliant people.
Это люди, у которых есть уже и свой бизнес. Это люди.
These are people who already run their business and who are interested in some type of art. Some of them are developing skills in the model business and others in makeup design. Some of them want to be a stylist and others want to be writers. Still, all of them are well-to-do people who have clear goals in life.
Это все люди очень состоявшиеся, у которых есть определенный вектор своего развития, у которых есть цель в жизни.
Nowadays, there is a growing demand for uncommon types of art, such as DJing, modern theatre, drawing picture with the involvement of people, or playing unusual music instruments such as DJ redo or hang drums. Moreover, many people consolidate between each other and create new, interesting and unconventional genres, which become popular not only among creative personalities, but also among viewers. For such distinguished actors, musicians and artists, special art playgrounds are being opened where they can hold rehearsals, masterclasses and perform for public.
Это как точка некая на карте города, то есть здесь собираются и поэты.
These are a sort of art points on the city map where poets, musicians, artists and photographers huddle together. These people demonstrate their talents to each other and to the audience. They join together and create very interesting projects.
То, что они делают, да, на суд зрителя, так скажем, они еще и объединяются.
For those in search of a creative hobby, specialists recommend to focus on something different to their core activities. Hobbies independent to job activate those parts of brain which we rarely use in the everyday life. For example, playing music instruments improves our memory and the ability to figure out our actions in advance. In the meantime, acting lessons in groups develop the skills of immediate decision-making during critical situations. Along with that, practicing any kind of activities, a person receives an additional relaxation necessary for efficient professional life.
Первый базовый курс актерского мастерства, он нужен всем, поголовно всем.
The basic course on acting is necessary for all the people. Those who accomplish feel more confident and comfortable. They calmly build relationships with their friends, work colleagues and loved ones. This training course improves self-understanding. It makes people understand that any other person in the world is also an individual. Therefore, through the example of acting, people learn to use these principles in the real world.
Стать, во-первых, самому индивидуальностью, личностью и понимать, что любой человек в этом мире – это тоже индивидуальность, и это нужно признавать.
People's hobbies have a positive effect not only on themselves, but on the country's economy. In addition, they open new horizons for businessmen. Thus, only over the last 5 years, more than 100 of shops with goods for hobbies, art and craftswork emerged throughout the country.
We are here. Music
How can we develop our creativity, learn something new and at the same time save our money? Of course, e-learning is the cheapest option. Many masterclasses are available online for free. However, obtaining a diploma or certificate in this case is almost impossible. Therefore, for those who decided to visit such classes in person, it is recommended to study in groups as it will be less costly. Coupon websites offering discounts up to 80% can also help us to cut down our expenses. Experts remind us that high-quality courses will be repaid in a short time. Moreover, after such lessons, many people start to give masterclasses themselves or sell their own craftworks. The most popular ways of earning money on hobbies are handiwork and culinary art. Sewing ranks first in popularity. In fact, many famous designers began their career in this way. Bakery food to order is the second. Scrapbooking, production and designing of photo albums closes the top 3. The United States are by right considered the world leader in the creative industry. Culture, art and applied art annually bring to the US more than $500 billion. This is almost 3.5% of the total number of goods and services produced in the country. In addition, this is a very important sector of employment. More than 350,000 people are working only in Hollywood, and the total wage costs reach almost $25 billion. Of equal importance are museums and performing arts, where the number of employees nears 100,000 people. In total, the US creative sector employs about 2 million people. Like in the US, the creative industry in Europe makes a large contribution into the region's economy. The local art market, which comprises museums, architecture, craftworks and souvenirs, brings to the European economy almost $130 billion. 1,230,000 people are employed in the field. The development of this sector rises from the fact that Europe is known with a record number of small enterprises, galleries, studios and self-employed persons such as artists, photographers and actors. A very large proportion of the art industry belongs to the creative class. Journalists, writers, scientists, as well as advertising and PR specialists. Only in Europe, tax payments made by advertising agencies exceed 80 million euros. International research shows that the highest proportion of the creative class, almost 50%, is in Singapore. In Australia, it makes up about 45%, in New Zealand about 40% and in the US 35%. Would you like to ride a bicycle upside down along a rope stretched over a canyon, sit on several chairs over a 1,000-meter abyss, or stand on hands on a bar under an air balloon? Eskil Ronningsbakken from Norway has been earning his daily bread by performing deadly stunts for 15 years. The man became familiar with balance and coordination skill when he turned 11. When he was 18, he was working in circus, and at the age of 24, he was already conquering peaks of mountains, rocks and canyons. Thanks to his experience, Eskil won worldwide fame demonstrating his skills over canyons in China, Norway, the US and other countries. A group of 10 professional extreme sports lovers like he assist him during the preparation to each stunt. Except that his skill has been teaching balance and coordination skills other people for 9 years. This activity also brings him an additional income.